Welcome to Digital Scrubs Paranormal Talks. I'm your host, Dehira, and with me is Daisy.
Yay.
So, once again, we have another video about spooky stuff. So, today we got some howls from the halls, spine chilling stories of ghosts and hauntings in schools. So, I hope everyone's excited not to sleep today. Okay, let's go. So, why are schools haunted, right? So, while it's difficult to prove the existence of ghosts, there are many reports of strange and unexplained occurrences in schools around the world, from eerie noises to shadowy figures to cold spots and phantom footsteps, maybe kids crying in the hall, whatnot.
Ugh.
There's many stories of that, of those paranormal activities which take place in school buildings. So why might schools have most likely be haunted than any other buildings? One possible explanation is the fact that many schools have a long and storied history. Right, some schools have been around for a very long time and have seen generations of students and passed through their halls. With that much history, it's easy to imagine that some of the energy from the past events might linger. Hold on, Daisy. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I
Oh.
had to check. I had to check, guys. I heard knocking. I'm like, who's knocking my door? I'm like, hello, anyone there? That was just my mom scaring
Oh, your mom's.
me. Yeah, she's like, no, the knock's like this.
Yeah, I heard the knock.
Yeah, she's knocking like that, and I'm like, I had to listen again. And I heard it again. I'm like, what? Who knocks like that? So creepy. All right, Daisy,
Okay.
take it away.
Okay. In addition to the potential for residual energy, schools are often the site of traumatic events. So, like tragic accidents, violence, and even death can occur on the school property, leaving behind an emotional residue that some believe can manifest as ghostly activity.
So, but it's not just the history and emotional energy of a school that might make it more likely to be haunted. Schools are also filled with people. You got students, teachers, and staff, all of whom may be sensitive to the paranormal. I know Daisy's one of them. She's
Yeah.
yeah, and then you have children in particular are often thought to be more sensitive to ghostly activity. Because you have your imaginations, they're innocent, they're more active, and their beliefs less hardened than adults. So, yeah.
hmm And schools are typically places of learning and growth, which may make them a breeding ground for paranormal experiences. So, the heightened emotions and stress of academic life can create a charged atmosphere that might be more conducive to paranormal activity.
Yeah, that's actually very interesting. So
Yeah.
we do have some ghost stories to tell you viewers out there. So we got a couple of experiences, but we're gonna share at least three stories that I've heard so far. But they didn't tell me what school. That's the thing. I was trying to ask for the school, but they did not tell me. So
Ooh.
I'm not sure if this is true or not, or they're effing with me. Right? So all you viewers out there, comment down below if you think these are true or not, and then if you have your own experiences, share with us, and then we can, we'll read it out loud, we'll talk in our podcast stuff. So we got story number one. Our first story takes place in a high school in the northern part of the island. So I'll leave that to your imagination which school. According to legend, a student died in a car accident on the way to prom
Oh,
in the
shit.
1980s. So ever since then, students and staff have reported seeing a ghostly figure, dress, and a prom dress wandering the halls, looking lost and confused.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. Yeah, and then story number two goes. Our second story comes from a middle school in the central part of the island in the 1970s. A teacher at the school passed away suddenly, leaving behind a legacy of strict discipline and high expectations. But some say that even after her death, her spirit still haunts the school. I guess maybe get to class or something. I don't know.
She's watching.
Just watching. And then we got story number three, the final story. So it takes place in an elementary school in the southern part of the island, right? So, according to legend, a group of students was playing on the playground during recess, and then one of them fell off the monkey bars and passed away. Since then, students have reported hearing like the ghostly laughter and screams of the victim on the playground late at night.
Oh, I kind
Yeah.
of heard this
You
story
heard the
before.
story? Yeah. Well, what do you
Yeah.
think about this story though, Daisy?
That's
You
why
think
we
the
didn't want to go in the monkey bars.
Oh, is that why?
I
Is that
remember
why? Yeah.
parents talking about like how someone, died from the monkey bars.
Yeah, I was hearing that too
Yeah.
growing up, but then I thought it was just to scare us not to like, because we might get hurt
Yeah.
or whatnot.
I didn't know it
But
was true.
I've heard this couple of times, but I wasn't sure if it was true. And then now it came up, but I don't know which elementary school was it. To try to keep it like quiet.
Yeah.
But then still like so this is some of the stories that was shared with me, and it's really interesting. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of stories out there, and then now me and DC is going to share our experiences that we have in our schools.
Oh
So we're
yeah.
gonna so we're gonna start with Daisy's. Daisy said she got something spooky.
Yeah. So for my ghost story, it's always gonna be in the library.
And I think I think we both, since we both went to BMS, I think everyone experienced it at least something once in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially at that school.
Yeah.
So, this experience started when I was working there and I was doing inventory at the back room. There's a big storage room in the back. So, I
Yeah.
was fixing things, placing items. I was the only one there in the library. I almost said the name. Our librarian wasn't there. So, just cut that.
Now we can edit that part.
Okay. So to the right of the storage room, there was a speech room, and that's always locked. But I unlock it because I was cleaning up things,
Yeah.
you know. And during the entire period, I was just at the back, and I could feel like an eerie presence always watching me. So
Ooh.
from time to time, I would always turn around, and I always look around too, and especially in the storage room, there's like gaps. There's so many equipment that I would check in between things. Like, okay,
Oh
is there
yeah.
something in the box? Is there something behind this?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And it was just super scary. And sometimes I would just sing out loud, but then I get scared because if I sing,
Wait,
what if something
you
sings back?
you sing out loud?
Yeah,
Wow. Just to give you confidence or
yeah, yeah, because
yeah.
I'm scared because no one's there with me.
Imagine it sings back.
I know.
Shit.
And then, so as I exit the storage room, right? Cause I got something at the front, and sometimes my eyes would be, always on the speech room for some reason. The speech
Mm.
room window. I wasn't sure why, but every time I look at the window, I would start to see things form,
Yeah.
like
Oh.
figures form,
Oh.
like I can see through the window. And then so as I head back to the storage room, and then as I head back, so from the corner of my eye, right? I'm
Yeah.
like trying not to notice, but I'm noticing something.
Wow. Wait, you're
Yeah.
by yourself? You're by
Yeah, I'm
yourself?
by myself. They
Wow,
left
you
me by
don't
myself
why did they leave you? Oh my
because
god.
that's my area.
That's their, I guess, excuse.
Yeah, I'm the only one there. Library is
Wow.
my domain.
Shit.
So so I saw something standing in the doorway of the speech room, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, and you know how it's always kept open?
Yeah.
I have the door stopper, the lights were off in there too. And I freaked out because it was the height of a kid.
Huh?
Yeah, it
Really?
was the height of a little kid. Yeah. And I
Wow.
can see through them, but I could see the top part of their body, but I couldn't see the bottom part of their body. You know, kind of
Oh,
like
that's
in a
interesting.
swamp.
Yeah,
But not
yeah, yeah.
really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was super scary. So, like, the ghost kid was just floating. And then I got super scared that I placed the items inside the storage room and I
You just shove
ran
it
out.
in there. You
Yeah,
just
I
threw it
shoved
in there
it
and
in.
split.
Yeah, and I had to run. I ran out. I was like, oh shit, I didn't lock the storage room.
Did you? Did you? Oh wait, then you had to go back and lock it.
I had to, well,
Oh
yeah, I
my
had to go
god!
back and lock it, right? I was like, okay, fuck. I had to run. I was like, okay. But when I went inside again, I always tend to slow down. Like, when I'm
Really?
scared, yeah, when I'm scared, I slow down. Like, for some reason, I start to tiptoe and I, like, what do you call it? I put my back against the walls.
Really?
Yeah, I slow down.
You ever thought where the ghost is like right behind you in the wall when you're
No,
moving and then it just touches you?
no.
Shit.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
locked it. Then I
Yeah.
ran back out again because I was like, I can feel something. I can feel something. I might see something again, but I
Well,
can feel eyes.
when you went back to lock the storage room, when you're the closer you get to the storage room, did it feel like something got closer and closer to you?
Yeah,
Really? Was it like
yeah,
a heavy? Was it like a heavy presence,
yeah.
or
It's a
so?
heavy. It's a heavy
Ooh,
presence
ooh, that's kind of
because
interesting.
since there's
Okay.
multiple spirits in the library.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
but
There's
it's just
multiple
yeah. But it
spirits.
was that kid that showed up, and then
Wow.
and then I
So that's a
ran back
different.
out.
So that's a different spirit then. It's not one of the Tatamono one, right?
No, it's not that one.
That's
That's a
oh
whole
my.
different story.
That's another different story we got there, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep, I went outside,
Yeah.
you know, and then nobody was in the B building. Wait, was it B building? Well, no one was in the building that I'm in, so everyone was up in the main office, and I was like,
Wow.
why is everyone here?
Wow.
You guys left me all
Yeah.
back there by myself.
Yeah, for reals. Yeah. If you guys don't know, Daisy did have another experience as well in the library. What chapter was that? Is it episode 2?
I
If you guys
think
want to go
so.
back, the links in up here, right here,
Yeah?
the description. Episode 2 is there, and then you can listen to Daisy being chased by footsteps in the same school in the library
Yeah,
again.
in the
So
library.
Daisy has so many things happening to her in the library. I think the ghost likes her there, or yeah, I
Probably.
don't know. Shoot.
They're probably greeting me or something because I'm new.
I don't know if they're, yeah, probably like, let's get this bitch. All right.
So neat.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh man. Shoot, that's actually pretty scary. Is there
Yeah.
any, you got any more? You got one more
I
after
have.
this, or
Yeah, I have another one. It's a
yeah?
short one, but
Okay, yeah, yeah.
it's actually from a high school though.
Okay, okay, change of scenery, guys. No more
Yeah.
the haunted library. So we're going to the high school now.
Yeah. So now
Yeah.
my high school, right? It's a new high school. It's Okudu High School.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Already? What? It
Yeah.
was just built.
Yeah. It's
Shit.
built, but it was built on like a war zone kind of thing.
Ah, I
Yeah.
see. I see.
Yep.
I see.
So Okuru became one of the spots where it's kind of like ghost tours that they
Hmm.
do. Yeah, our school hosted an event where we had a ghost tour.
Really?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
So I was there with my cousins because I wanted to go to the ghost tour because there were ghosts there, and it was scary.
Wow.
So there were students who were leading the tour, and they would take us to all of the spots inside the school that was haunted,
Yeah.
or where they've seen
We'll
the ghost.
probably save this for another segment too, where Daisy's gonna tell us all the scary hotspots that we could do.
Oh god. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, we'll save that for another podcast. So let's hear Daisy. That one
Yeah.
scary part.
So one of the scariest part is we approached this hallway, right? And I felt something. Like
Ooh,
the
like
hallway.
it touched you or brushed you, or you just felt like some weird energy.
No, the energy. It
Mm.
was heavy, the energy in the hallway.
Ooh,
And then
okay.
as we like they stopped us at this room, right? They're like, okay, this is the room where we see the ghosts. they were showing a different room that they were talking about that has a ghost, but
Okay.
the room next to it there was a ghost.
Shit.
Yeah, because
What?
so I slowly turned to look to the door window, right? You know, it was kind of tall, and I was pretty short, so I had to tiptoe. And I
Yeah.
had to look inside because something was telling me to look inside that window, through inside
Wow.
that classroom. And then I saw a person standing there. I was like, "Huh? Are you sure?" I told the guy, "Are you sure that's the right room? You're not this room." And then and then so they replied to me, like, no, I'm sure it's this room. Then I was like, then why is there someone in this room? So they looked, but no one was there. And then
Oh
now
shit.
everyone started to freak out, and they would look inside, but nobody
And
was
but you
there.
saw it though.
Yeah, I saw it. And then, but when
Wow.
I look, I could see it there.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So
Man,
that's
Daisy,
what I
you're
had
pretty
to.
sensitive to this stuff.
Yeah.
Damn.
So when I saw it again, I had to step back. I'm like, okay, nope.
Nope.
Pretty soon it's
Nope.
gonna ask me
I'm done.
something.
It's gonna ask me like, can you please help me? And Daisy's just gonna look at it and turn her head around like I don't see you.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Even
I don't know
yeah.
who you are. Shit.
Yeah, that's all from my high
That's
school.
so here's
That's one of
Daisy
it.
sharing her 2 experiences. I got probably like 3 experiences, pretty short ones though.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll start with going back to the library from
Hell
my
yeah.
experience. So this is back in 1998, 99. Nah, I feel freaking old. Can you believe that? I went all the way back. So BMS Library was known to be one of the hotspots for haunted places, right? And you can
Mm-hmm.
tell by Daisy's story. So when I was going to that school at the time, I always felt like a shadowy figure following me, following us, especially in the library. And then in the back of the library, there's the lights are always off. At the time, we had a couch there and all that stuff. We're always
Oh,
in the
the
front.
couch. Yeah.
Yeah, the couch has been there. Gee, it's still there till now. What?
It's still there.
Wow, shit. And then, and then, yeah. So I always felt like every time they would tell me to keep the books away, right? And then there's some books that we have to store in the back, whatever. I always felt like something was there, like following me, touching me. And I'll get goosebumps, like my hair was standing, with the
Mhm.
hair in my neck was standing, and then it felt like something was like touching me, like following me around. And the librarian was there, was like, just ignore it. Like what?
Wow.
What? Yeah, just ignore it. It won't do anything to you. I'm like, I looked at her like, are you for reals? There's really something here. That's one of my stuff. That's one of my experiences where it just and then I would see like a blur. So the moment she said that, you ever saw in the corner of your eye something just pass by, and
Yeah.
you turn around like, what was that? So you'll check if maybe your classmates or one of your friends were just passing by, but no one was there. They're like all on the other side, and you're just there. You're like shit. I freaked out. I turned the lights, and then the librarian's like, turn off the lights. I turned back off. I'm like shit.
She really wants that lights off.
Yeah, I'm like okay, shoot. And then another one is one of the elementary schools in the south that I went to. Was I think it was Truman. While I was doing my services, I was doing my tech stuff
Oh my
work,
god.
right? So me and my coworker had to do a service call, maybe like 3 o'clock, maybe. It's towards the end of the day. So and then
Oh.
in Truman you have the long ass stairs that go up, the forever stairs,
Wow,
right?
there's a
So
forever stairs?
yeah, I felt like it's so steep. Like shit, we gotta walk all the way to the other side. So we're walking up by ourselves, and all the teachers left, and it was quiet. And then there was like one door that kept slamming. Yeah, it kept slamming like the door kept closing like that.
What the heck?
And then we're like, the fuck is that? And then it stopped. And then we kept because we were looking for the classroom for the teacher, right? That because they have a internet problem. So we went there just to check if the Wi-Fi's down or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're trying to look for that classroom, and then and then we keep hearing a door slam again and again. And then we looked around and we see that same door on the way back. It's like a class, like one of the classrooms at the end One, it's like one of those storage doors, right?
Oh.
That they kept closing, like bang, 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 bang. I don't know if it's a storage or a bathroom.
Oh my god, if it's a bathroom.
I think it might be a bathroom. The door kept closing like that, like just banging, like open, close, open, close, open, close, and we're like, oh shit! And then we wanted to check it out, so we went
Mhm.
closer and closer, and it got louder and louder. But bang, 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 bang. I'm like,
Oh
oh
my
shit, it's getting
god.
aggressive. And then we're like, you know what? We don't want to find out and see what's happening. So we try to look for that classroom for that teacher. And then we finally found the classroom for the teacher, and we did our stuff, whatnot. We did tell her like, "Ma'am, did you know that there's a bathroom that kept closing?" She goes like, "Yeah, it happens." I'm like, "What? What?" And then don't tell me it's some bullshit win. There's no win here. All right. So we don't know if we were like tired that day, or we were seeing things, right? But by the time we were done, we came out. The bathroom door was closed, so we didn't hear that banging anymore. I think after it hit like after 3:30, that was
Mhm.
like 3:35 ish. Everyone's leaving already, like school's closing, so we're done already. So it's like 3:35 ish, whatever, and then it stopped. So I don't know if because
Huh.
it started happening around 3. So I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So that's one of the experiences I ever encountered. But
Scary.
it's freaky because it only happened once. Because the last time I went there, maybe a couple months again, but it was in the morning this time, and nothing happened. I guess because there's kids, there's school, there's a lot of people.
Mhm.
It didn't happen. But during that time, we were like one of the only few people there, and there's like maybe like I didn't even know. I didn't even know the teacher's still there too. I'm like, man, I'll be out of there right now because that's freaky, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
so they're doing that. So they were there. So that was one experience I had. And then I got one more, which is the baby footprints on the chalkboard.
Ah!
You guys ever saw that? So I forgot what school was that. It was it's one of the
Central
central
School?
south school, I think. I can't remember top of my head. So
Holy
there are
shit.
times where me and my coworker went out to update the laptops, right? So we split up, and then I went to one of the rooms that had like you know the laptop carts there. If you guys don't know, the mobile charging carts, and then we were doing an upgrade on it to
Yeah.
remove like we're doing software upgrade, and we split up to make it things faster. So I hit this one classroom, and then I noticed that baby footprints was showing on the chalkboard.
That's so fucking
Yeah,
creepy.
because if you look at the screen, if you look at the chalkboard, right? The
Mhm.
teacher in the corner, they have like letters and stuff, the date,
Yeah.
the agenda, some, writings, whatever you're doing, lesson plan, whatever at the time. Like you can see like a footprint step on the corner, like it's smaller. Like I'm looking at it
Oh
like,
my god.
what's that footprint? I was like, shit. And it was just me. It was just me in the classroom because the teachers stepped out to, I guess she went to use the restroom or something. So she just told me she'll be back. So I was just there doing my thing, and then I looked up. Like I heard, like, no, I ever heard the chalkboard getting white, like
Uh-huh.
it's something like a scraping noise or something, or like a thud or something like that. You know how you take the eraser and you like pack and you do like this,
Yeah.
sound like that. So I looked up, and like I wasn't sure because I was like maybe like 10 feet away from the chalkboard, and I'm looking like, is that footprint? There's one. I see one, and do my stuff again. I heard it again. I looked up. There's a second footprint. I was like, it's not. Maybe it's there. I do it again. I heard the rustling sound again. I looked up. Fuck, there's four now. Wait, what? What? Yeah, looking around, I was like, shit, man, I'm by myself. So I went there and I went there to check. Like, oh, they're like, like baby footprints, like this small, like
Holy
there.
shit.
And then the teacher finally came in. I told her, Miss. I'm like that, like Miss. Why is there a footprint here? Is it been here or I know I'm not losing it. She's like, oh yeah, you didn't know there's like a baby ghost here that likes to like what baby ghost? I'm like, what? Yeah, so this footprint, she's like, oh that. She's like, no, just ignore that. She took the eraser and just erased the footprint.
Oh
I'm
my
like, shit.
gosh.
So So I don't know if these guys are used to it or whatnot. I'm not. I'm just there. Like,
Dude,
am I hallucinating or my mind's playing tricks or I need what some coffee or something from infusion or what?
these
I
teachers
don't.
are brave.
Yeah, these teachers are brave, and the teachers like just ignore it, you know. And so I just did my sting, whatever, and then got myself to the next room. That's it. But I only encountered that once though. It's like it never happened again because I guess I never went back to the classroom because the next time we
Hmm.
went there, we decided to do everything in the library. So I haven't gone to the classrooms in a while. So
Wow.
yeah, it's been interesting though. Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
that
very
so
scary.
yeah, so that brings us to the end of this episode.
I'm
Thanks for
scared.
joining us during our discussions and thoughts. I'm scared too. We hope today's episode was able to entertain you. Yes, it did for us. As always, thanks for listening to Digital Scrubs Paranormal Talks.
If you enjoyed the show, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Remember, it is one of the best ways to support the channel for free.
Be sure to return next time for a new discussion about spooky and ghost stuff. Until then, this is the hero, and don't forget Daisy
Yeah.
signing out. Bye.
Bye.